Hey guys, perhaps you're one of these people who plays chess on chess.com and has a nemesis that goes by the name of Nelson. This bot who is supposed to be 1300 rated and yet has people quaking in their shoes. I had one person comment on one of my previous videos saying that he checks under his bed for Nelson before he goes to sleep every night. People really have an issue with this bot. So anyway, to the video. So I just watched a really intriguing video from Gotham Chess where Levi's discovered this weird opening that's barely ever been played, that apparently was invented by a guy when he was being held in prison in Afghanistan, right? And it's called the Jalalabad Opening. And I just thought I'd get it up on the analysis board and then try it out against the bot. And I thought, well, who better to try it out against than Nelson? It's a pretty freaky opening. And it starts, well, it can start a couple of ways. But the easiest way is e4, e5, knight to f3, and you're sitting there going, well, this is very ordinary. But then c5, okay? And now the engine already has white more than 1 point in front at this time. However, it leads to some very tricky games, and I will definitely link to Gotham Chess video in the description, but you've got to check this out. So we're going to go through this really quickly, but I just want to show you, give you a bit of a taste on how mad these games can end up. So it's like a kind of cross between, like we say, a king's pawn opening and a Sicilian at the same time, and this just looks like a rubbish move. It's not helping me to develop my light square bishop. But hey, and so I'll just take you through it. So Nelson grabs the pawn, the free pawn. Now, if you've ever played the Petrov defense, the Russian, and then you may be familiar with the Stafford gambit, which continues like this. So when white takes the pawn on e5, you offer a knight. If he accepts, you capture with your d pawn, and this opens up a lot of opportunity now for your queen. So how does it continue? It's Nelson. Of course, we have the queen flying out to h5, and I attack the queen now with my knight. Queen now comes across with check. That's not a problem. I block it with my light squared bishop. This pawn is protected anyway by my bishop, and now he brings out his knight, and now I attack the queen another time. So I've now got 3 minor pieces here. I think this is Nelson's nemesis, personally. Okay, so if the queen coming across, it's attacking the g7 pawn, and I just decide to hit the queen and allow Nelson to take the g7 pawn. But oh no, Nelson, what have you done? Okay, if you look carefully, there is a trap. Rook to h7, and the queen has nowhere to go. Can't go there because of the knight, there because of the king and the bishop. Pawn, knight's got that, and my other bishop has got that, right? The queen has nowhere to go and trades herself off for a knight. Okay, so if you're looking for a start, we're 10 moves in, right? If you want to know how to beat Nelson, try this. Okay, for some reason we have a3, I castle long, and now I bring my bishop in, reinforce my bishop, he attacks my bishop, I retreat the bishop, and now he has a fork on the queen and bishop. That's not really a problem. Takes, and now I'm hitting both the king and the pawn on g3. Knight comes in, defending the pawn on g3. It's a decent move. I attack the knight, he attacks the bishop. I ignore that completely and let him take the bishop. Now I grab the pawn. I mean, I played this game in about 5 minutes flat, so I wasn't trying to play at my best, as you can probably see, but it doesn't matter. I was a queen up. I'm now just 1 pawn up. King moves, queen moves to reinstate the pin, rook moves across with check. Okay, now the king moves back, queen moves back to here, now attacking this pawn on c2. Bishop moves out to attack my rook. I simply move the rook back, again reinstating the pin on this knight that's feeling very sorry for himself. I put my queen there again, and we have a pawn push. I attack the bishop moves away, and I just grab the bishop. Okay, and we have a few more moves. I move my queen back to here, so now I'm eyeing up the A1 square. King moves across, A1 check, knight blocks, doubling up the rooks on the e-file. Rook takes pawn, go figure. I grab myself a rook, bishop check, king to c7 now, getting off the light coloured squares because white Nelson only has a light coloured bishop. King to d2, I grab a pawn, and now I'm basically ensuring that I can exchange rooks if I wish. He grabs a pawn, I move my queen now into a3 because this rook is pinned by my rook. He pushes a pawn forwards, I come in again with check, check again, no it's not check again, but anyway. Bishop comes into here, I just grab the bishop and I grab the rook and that's checkmate. I believe it is, no it's not, knight takes, then it's checkmate. So fascinating opening. I really do recommend that you check out Gotham Chess's video on it. Obviously he's a master level player and he plays I think 3 different games against 3 different ratings. And they're all wild, aggressive, and a lot of fun. So check it out. And if Nelson has so far eluded you, perhaps you'll try this. I would love nothing more than to get a comment from one of you guys saying, hey, I just beat Nelson for the first time using the Jalalabad. That would really make my day. Okay, so thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. I'll see you soon.